Hey guys, welcome to Vintage Genetics. We are brothers, 22 and 20 years old from Netherlands, so excuse the English. Basically, this channel is inspired by the principles of classic bodybuilding, also known as the golden era of bodybuilding. So, we will be showing, of course, workout footage and nutrition, etc., but also a backstage look at bodybuilding competitions in which we compete. And on top of that, we will show you how we get ready for these competitions. There will be a lot more content, but for now, this is just about the summary of it. So the workout we're doing right here is based upon what Arnold Schwarzenegger used to do in the 70s. It obviously worked for him, so we were like, why not give this a shot? We've been doing workouts like this for a while now, and I gotta say, I like it. A trademark of workouts from back in the day was that they were simple. You did the basics, but you did them right. And doing them right means applying intensity and focus to your workouts. So when you're doing the basic exercises and doing them intensely and focus on a muscle you're working, you're set. Do this consistently and eventually you look in the mirror and you see a reflection of how the guys in the golden era looked. Maybe not quite as big yet, but you get the point. Anyway, the first exercise we do here is a superset. Well, all exercises during this arm workout are supersets, by the way. It's a barbell curl combined with a dumbbell tricep extension. The principle behind doing bicep tricep supersets is that when you work one muscle, the other one rests. This makes it much more efficient, yet more intense at the same time to train your muscles. The second superset is a preacher curl combined with a V-bar tricep pushdown. It's important, as always, to utilize the maximum capacity of the muscle. So during the preacher curl, you stretch all the way down and go all the way up. The benefit of a preacher curl opposed to a normal curl is that the tension at the bottom remains. With a normal curl, the tension will be gone. Also, with the tricep pushdown, don't be afraid to go higher than 90 degrees when you go up. Not going higher than 90 degrees is supposed to be textbook form, but if you want a better stretch of the tricep, you can go a little higher. Personally, I feel it in my triceps way better. This third superset is alternating dumbbell curls combined with a triple tricep set, which I will elaborate on in a second. The alternating curl, though, is one that Arnold used to do all the time. It's important to alternate so you can focus on the individual peak contraction of the bicep. Every single exercise has its own purpose, basically. Personally, I try to twist my wrists as much outwards as possible at the top to put even more emphasis on the peak contraction. Now this tricep set is an interesting one. Basically, if you want an immediate pump in your triceps, just give it a shot. It's a regular rope pushdown, then an overhead rope extension, followed by another rope extension, but this one combines the first two. It completely fills the triceps with blood and goes very well with the next superset. But yeah, also, not all the weights we use are very heavy. Of course, some compound movements can be done very heavy, but when it comes to isolation work and working an individual muscle, it's just much better to use a lighter weight and use better form. You want to target that muscle and that muscle only, so the heavier you make it, the more difficult it will be to focus on this muscle. Of course, the last set can be done a little heavier to really max out the muscle you're working, but mostly just keep it light. The last superset we're doing here is a concentration curl, another famous exercise of Arnold, and an overhead one-arm tricep extension with a cable. The concentration curl is another good exercise to really focus on the peak of your bicep. Doing them standing allows you to do them a little heavier, and since this is the last bicep exercise, we decided to do this. We wanted to max out the biceps. The tricep exercise we're doing here is usually done with a dumbbell, which we actually do a lot as well, but we switched it up a little with this one. This exercise ties in well with the previous triple tricep set. In that set we pumped up the triceps, and the greater the pump, the greater the stretch. And doing an exercise like this overhead one maximizes the stretch in the triceps, and since there's a pump, it enhances the stretch even more. We don't train shoulders separately. Personally, I never needed a whole day devoted to shoulders to make them grow. What we do is we do a couple of basic shoulder exercises at the end of the workout. During arms it's side and rear delts, during back it's just rear delts, and during chest it's side delts. The reasoning behind this I'll elaborate on in another video, but the main reason is that a lot of people overwork the front delts because any press, like the bench press, incline press, already puts a lot of stress on the front delts and makes them grow anyway. All you then need is some extra side and rear work to fill the shoulders up. So what we do here is some side lateral raises. That's all I ever did for side delts, and it has always paid off. Sometimes less is more, guys. After that, some rear delt flies with one arm. The cable is a good way to prevent losing tension throughout the movement. It's very important to give the rear delts the attention they need, first of all. Most people lack rear delt development, but more importantly, because the strength there is missing, there's an imbalance which often causes shoulder injuries, and we all know how messed up those are. The last exercise of the day are some face pulls. These also work the traps a little, and these help wear out the rear delts even more. And that's it. This was our first video, and there's much more to come. Intro, trailer, information, and much more. If you're interested, you can subscribe to the channel and follow us in our journey to bring back vintage bodybuilding. Also, a Facebook link is in the description if you want to see some more content already, and we'll hopefully see you next time.